Greetings, I'm Neon and today I'm going to be comparing the two special weapons, the two special guns, the hand cannon and the Chicago sweeper. Now, these are the only weapons, apart from the primal knife, that can be infinite without the use of cat ears. So, I'm going to be maxing out the hand cannon and showing you some gameplay of the maxed out Chicago in the second part of this video. So, check out the timestamps if you want to skip to the next one, and let's get started. So, let's get started with the hand cannon. The hand cannon goes all the way up to 36.0 power, 9 ammo capacity, reload speed goes up to 5, and the rate of fire goes up to 0.65, which is very slow. The exclusive makes the weapon infinite without needing to reload it. So I'm going to be testing these two weapons in hardcore difficulty. Now, the hand cannon is unlocked by getting 4 S ranks in the mercenaries mode. So, I believe it's 4 S ranks. I think however you unlock it, however way you get the S ranks, it doesn't matter. You just have to get a bunch of S ranks and you get the hand cannon. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes to unlock it now instead of having to finish the game without using bonus weapons. So, anyway, the hand cannon is a one-shot kill. To smaller enemies like the zealots here, the regular zealots. Another cool thing about this weapon is that if an enemy is scripted to have a plaga, you know, the parasite that comes out of their heads, if you shoot them in the torso, they will not spawn the parasite. They will not have the plaga. Whereas if you shoot them in the head, the plaga will still come out. So it's a good idea to always go for the center of their chest, or you know, slightly below the chest, and yeah, that way you split them in half. So when you split the enemies in half, even if they were meant to have plagas, they will not have plagas. So it's a good idea to do that if you're going for a quick run. I like calling them quick runs because they're not actually speed runs. Anyway, we are going to also be testing this weapon against Ramon Salazar boss fight at the end of this segment. With both weapons, so stay tuned. So the biggest downside to this weapon is its fire rate and its range. So what I mean by range, I mean how well it can kill enemies from a distance. Of course, this weapon is a one-shot kill on most enemies, and with some exceptions, but you still have to land that bullet, and it's very difficult with the hand cannon unless you take your time, and that is what I want to focus on. So exactly that, unless you take your time. That's why I don't recommend the hand cannon if you're going for S+ rank. I mean, it's doable, right? It's not that big of a deal because you have plenty of time in the game to finish it, especially if you're following my guide, my S+ professional guide. You should check it out. It's probably the best guide you'll ever see in your life. Yeah, so we have to wait for the crosshairs to be together for this hand cannon to be, you know, accurate. And whereas with the Chicago sweeper, you can just, you know, spray them down and eventually some bullets will land. I mean, trust me, it's not that big of a difference, but sometimes you often, you know, have to kind of be lucky with the hand cannon, whereas with the sweeper, you kind of just spray down. Anyway, with Salazar, this weapon is incredibly good against bosses because bosses are usually really big targets and they usually have a lot of health. So as you can see here, Salazar will go down very quickly without the egg. And yeah, that's it. So let's switch over to the Chicago sweeper and compare it to the hand cannon. So the Chicago sweeper has the highest fire rate in its class, and it deals 2.00 max damage when it's fully maxed out. The exclusive gives this weapon endless ammo. Like, it literally has infinite ammo. Like, you literally cannot reload it even if you tried. If you reload it, Leon will do a special animation. The hand cannon also has a special animation when you're wearing the pinstripe costume. Both of these weapons have special animations with the pinstripe costume. As you can see here, we already can see the difference with the hand cannon and the Chicago Sweeper. Enemies just go down a lot faster, and you don't even have to stop that much. Like, you literally just blaze through all these enemies, whereas with the hand cannon, you have to stop to kind of aim and you know, get that kill to land. Even with the shield guys. With the shield guys, you can just spray them down and they die. With the hand cannon, it takes up to 3 bullets to kill a shield guy if you're unlucky or have bad aim. In conclusion, while we finish this gameplay here, I think both weapons are wonderful weapons. They're overpowered. They're really good weapons, so it really is down to preference. I personally prefer the Chicago Sweeper if you're going for the S+ run based on my guide, personally. But if you really can't be bothered, you know, spending that extra 10 seconds with bosses, then the hand cannon is the weapon for you. I think at the end of the day, it doesn't matter too much. So let's take a look at the Chicago Sweeper or Chicago Typewriter from a distance. Of course, this weapon is incredibly inaccurate, but if you just spray down an enemy, eventually they will die. So it's not that big of a deal unless, you know, you're playing with Ashley and she doesn't have her armor suit on and you have to defend her, like in the water hall. Then yes, this weapon is kind of a hindrance in that sort of perspective, in that sort of situation. Sometimes, since the bullets are widespread and a lot more random than the hand cannon, you end up hitting Ashley accidentally if you're trying to protect her. Overall, I think the Chicago Sweeper has more qualities than defects, in my opinion, but let's check it out against Salazar. So, without the egg, we're shooting Salazar in his weak spot, and we're just unloading. I mean, granted, I am missing a little bit here, and I did get stunned, but honestly, the difference is merely seconds. It's not that huge compared to the hand cannon. The hand cannon at this point would have already killed the boss, but the difference, it literally is just seconds, like 10 to 20 seconds difference, as you can see here. So if you're using the egg, the golden egg strategy, of course, in case you don't know, a golden egg takes 70% of Ramon's health, so it really doesn't matter if you're comparing it to this boss. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Do you think the hand cannon should be stronger? Which one do you prefer, the Chicago Sweeper or the hand cannon? Don't forget to subscribe, leave a like on this video, it helps me out immensely. Comment down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.